Welcome, new recruits. I am General Redenbacher, and I'm here to say thank you for joining the cause. With you men out there, we might be able to finally defeat them bugs.
Hey man, we're here to kick those bugs' asses and win that war.
Yeah, man, that's what I showed up here for, man. That's good to hear. It's good to hear, new recruits. All right, you two, come with me now. We'll get your gear. We're gonna drop you in the war zone.
We don't need training first?
Yeah, man. Before this, I've been a barista for like 3 weeks, man. I don't know how to hold a gun, man. Oh, no, where you're going, you don't need no training. No. You ain't coming back either.
We ain't coming back?
What, man? Well, I appreciate that you come to fight the alien scourge of the bugs, but how can I say this so elegantly? It's a war that can't be won.
If it's a war that can't be won, why the hell are we fighting it for 3 years?
Yeah, man, I thought we were supposed to kick the bugs, man. Kick their asses. What's going on here, man? I'm confused. Well, it's more about patriotism, showing the true fights. Patriotism, what?
What the fuck, man? Nah.
No, we're just gonna drop you in and you're gonna end up like everyone else. You're just gonna get killed. Seriously, you're gonna get killed. It's gonna be brutal. Terrible. Elbows, assholes flying everywhere. And then they're gonna come down and rip you to shreds. They're gonna stab a hole in your head and suck your brains out.
I'm sorry, what?
The head man out of that fucking head, man? No, man. Oh, but don't worry. You're gonna have a beautiful funeral, nice closed casket. It's always closed casket. Hey, we're gonna have a nice American flag on your grave. You're gonna die heroes. Hey, man. I don't want to die a hero, man. I wanted to kick these bugs' asses, man. Well, we feel it's almost like if you have a wood chipper, you throw enough wood in it, eventually it'll bind up and stop working. That's what we're kind of hoping. If we just keep throwing enough of our guys towards them, they'll stop fighting us.
Okay, what the hell kind of strategy is this?
Hey, you know what? I may smoke a lot, man, but that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard, man. Why don't you just send all the troops at the same time, man?
Yeah, then they would stand a better chance of...
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Well, you see, on average, we have 120,000 soldiers. They have 4.8 million. So you do the math there, buddy.
4.8 million? That's a motherfucking suicide mission.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, shit, man. Whoa. So, are you wanting to leave like your friend did? Sir, no, sir, man. I'll stay. I'll be a soldier, man. I'll just do one question first, man. I got really bad diarrhea. Can I go to the bathroom first, man? Man, that makes perfect sense. Go ahead, run to the bathroom, take care of yourself, and meet me at the ship. All right.
Hello everybody, it's me Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Starship Troopers, Extermination. It was published and developed by Offworld Industries and released on October 11th, 2024 for the PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. I'm afraid it is only current gen systems that can run this game and not past gen systems. And I can kind of explain why a little bit later in my review. Now, what exactly is this? As you can tell, it is a first-person shooter that is basically with online play where you can play with up to 16 players at a time in groups of 4. And you have 6 different classes you can choose from. Each of them has their own different weapons and their own special abilities. You have your sniper, your ranger, your guardian, your engineer, your demolisher, and medic. Now, along with this, when you're fighting these bugs, there's multiple different bugs that they currently have in the game, including the warriors, the drones, the gunner, the Tiger Elite, and the plasma grenaders. They do say they're going to be adding more in the future. And honestly, I like that. They do keep adding more to this title, and it's getting better and better. Now, exactly what kind of gameplay are you looking at here? Well, it's gonna be kind of like like almost sort of like a Call of Duty with zombies, but instead with fast-moving bugs instead. A general match consists of players landing on a planet, going around and exploring and trying to take back refineries and building a base and then protecting it and surviving through waves until you're able to get on a ship after you meet a certain amount of waves and fly away. Each match lasts anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes long, and as you're going through this, you're just blasting every bug that you can see, and in between each wave, you're able to build more parts of your base, add on the stuff, add gun turrets, electroshock walls, anything to help defeat these bugs. Now, one thing that I have to say that I really think is one of the best parts of this game, honestly, because visually it's okay for what it is. I had a little bit of some matchmaking errors and some slowdown, some hitching, but honestly, the main thing about it is something they call the Carnage system. Now, the Carnage system is quite unique. As you kill these bugs, their bodies stay where they're at, and they are actually there. So you can have hundreds upon hundreds of these bugs attacking you at one time, and as you're blowing them away, all their bodies are stacking up to where not only can the bugs climb up using the bodies, but you can too. And there's all kinds of blood and gore that stays on the battlefield for the entire match, which honestly, I think that is really one of the best parts of this. It's just the sheer number of bugs that are coming at you as you're trying to fix a turret, or revive a buddy, getting blasted in the face by magma that melts you, then blasting a hole through your wall and it starts swarming in the base. And it's actually quite frantic, and honestly, it is a fun game. It has multiple different worlds you can land on, different things you do, and of course it also comes with a single player component. Now, the single player component isn't exactly ready and out of the oven just yet, so to say. It has a rather small single player mode right now it's basically like a training mode to teach you how to use the ping, where you can lock onto something that let everybody know, hey, look over here, there's a bad guy over here, or there's an item over here. It's got that, but they do plan on having an update in the future, adding 25 single player missions with Casper Van Dien reprising his role as Rico to do the voiceover work, which I think that's cool. That's honestly cool. Now, back to the main story of playing through one of these matches. Along when you pick your class, you have to keep in mind, each class has their own special abilities. You have your main weapon, a secondary weapon, grenades, and 2 selectable perks that you can actually go ahead and use that actually help you get through this. Honestly, it's interesting. And as for the base building itself, as you go through these levels and you're retaking bases and retaking refineries, that provides you the materials that you use to build your fort, your big main fortress. And the best way to describe it is it reminds me of Fortnite on crack. That's really the best way to put it. It's a super fast thing where you bring a secondary menu up and you can pick certain items and you can pick areas to place them, walls, turrets, traps, and stuff like that. It's pretty good. It works pretty good. That I haven't had really no issues with that at all, really. I mean, it's pretty entertaining for what it is. Now, currently this game has a max level set at 100. As far as this, I've at least seen some people with them probably having an expansion with it in the future, because they are still adding a lot more content to this game. Now, currently the price tag for the PS5 version of this is sitting at $50, which honestly isn't bad, but I have to actually say a couple things. First of all, they do have some skin packs you can buy that add different skins to your characters, which, once again, it's cosmetic. I don't have a problem with that. Normally, I would kind of sort of have a problem with it. That's something you do for free-to-play games, okay? But I guess I'm kind of okay with it because it's kind of minor, and most of the time you're really not looking at the other players. You're more focused on killing those bugs because they're coming from everywhere. But it leads me to my main issue with this game. While I appreciate all the stuff they are adding in the future to it, I will have to say this: it's very repetitive. Each match is basically rinse and repeat. You go out, you run around, you shoot bugs, you build up your defenses, you kill bugs during the next wave, you build up your defenses, rinse and repeat. That's really all you do with this. There are a couple missions where you're going in some hives and killing bugs underground and stuff like that, which is a nice mix. but for the most part, it just doesn't seem to have that much variety to me. And it's very, very rinse and repeat and very, very repetitive. Now, if you're someone who actually can sit down and play a game like this over and over again, that's perfectly fine. That's why I said earlier it reminded me of Call of Duty Zombie Mode. That's why I said that, because that's kind of what the flavor I got from playing this was. It's like, okay, you start the match, you do part 1, you do part 2, you do part 3, you do part 4, get in the ship, fly away. Get your bonus points, which you end up using to actually like unlock different things along the way. You naturally, more experience points, levels you up, allows you to get different weapons, different gear, and, different perks. And that's really about it. Right now, this is a decent game. It's decent, but there's not much meat on the bone. There really currently isn't. The meat on the bone is tasty, but I really can't wait to maybe come back to this game in maybe a year or so, if it's still up and running, to see what they've added to it. Because I think right now it's a little bare bones for the price. And maybe if it came with the single player mode, but that's still in the work. That's still in the works and quite a ways away. But in the end, my personal opinion is Starship Troopers Extermination is definitely a fun title. It's very stress-inducing. It's pretty decent, good first-person shooter mechanics. The buddy team system's great. The building of the areas, your bases, is quite easy to do, quick and fast. And honestly, it is a fun game. I just think it's a little bit too repetitive for my personal tastes, and there's not that much content currently on it. But other than that, if you can get past that, and if you like a game like this and you're willing to give it a shot and stick with it and see what comes down the pipeline later, what they add to it, I can actually say I can recommend Starship Troopers Extermination to you. Please leave in the comments below if there's anything I missed about this game. If you agree or disagree with me on my review, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. And of course, here at Devil Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.